Hello friends, welcome back to Mind Map Literature, and from today we will discuss Indian women writers. Indian English writing has been started from late 19th century. We all know that Britishers have made Kolkata as their capital and whole West Bengal was fascinated by English language. This was known as Bengal Renaissance, and this Bengal Renaissance has given many writers like Ramesh Chandra, Manmohan Ghosh, Rabindranath Tagore, Sri Aurobindo, and one of them was Toru Dutt. She was the first Indian woman who have written in English language. She was born on 4 March 1856 in Calcutta. His father was a well-known linguist known Gobind Chandra Dutt. This was the time when missionaries was active in India, so they were fascinated by Christianity, and in 1862 the whole family converted into Christianity. Toru, her elder sister Aru, and elder brother Abju, they all three were fascinated by English language, and from the early age they have started reading Paradise Lost. First calamity came into their family when Abju died at the age of 14 on 1865. The whole family were in deep grief, and in 1869 the whole family left for Europe, and Toru and Aru went to French school. There they learned English language and French language and start translating French lyrics into English verse. In 1873 the family returned to Calcutta back, and the second calamity came when Aru died on 23 July 1874. Toru translated French verse in English in 1875 and named it A Sheaf Gleaned in French Field. Now from 23rd November 1875 Toru and her father start learning Sanskrit language, and within 10 months Toru learned Sanskrit and she translated few verses of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Sakuntala into English verses. She have written so many poems like The Young Spanish Maiden or Bianca, The Lotus, Wogmari, Our Casuarina Tea, The Tree of Life, Sita, The Solitary Reaper, The Nightingale, Christmas, Lakshman, Love Came to Flora Asking for a Flower, The Broken Bell, The Sower, The Young Captive. At this time she became seriously ill, and on 30th August 1877 at the age of 21 she died, and she was buried in CMS Cemetery in Calcutta. Second edition of A Sheaf Gleaned in French Field was published by his father in 1878, and the third edition of Sheaf was published by Kegan Paul with a foreword by great Arthur Symons. She was the first Indian woman who started writing in English, even though she was died at the age of 21, but she is immortal in the heart of Indians. Our next great Indian writer was Sarojini Naidu. She was born in 1879 to Dr. Agurnath Chattopadhyay. He was a scientist, and her mother was Sundari Devi Chattopadhyay. She was a Bengali poetess. Sarojini Naidu passed her matriculation examination from the University of Madras, and then she went to King's College London and Girton College Cambridge. Sarojini met Govindarajalu Naidu, a physician, and at the age of 19, she fell in love with him and married him. They both were of different caste, and that time intercaste marriage was not common as today, but the both families supported their marriage. She has written so many important poems like The Golden Threshold 1905, The Bird of Time Colin, Song of Life 1912, Death and the Spring 1912, The Broken Wings Colin, Song of Love, Death and Destiny 1915 to 1916, The Feather of Dawn 1920. Mahatma Gandhi called her the Nightingale of India, and in 1925 she became the President of Indian National Congress. She took part shoulder to shoulder in Indian national movement. She was a great poetess, a politician, and great feminist writer. Her poetry include children's poem, nature's poem, patriotic poems, and poems of love and death. At the age of 70, on 2 March 1949, she was died in Lucknow. Sarojini Naidu is immortal, and her name is commemorated in several institutes including Sarojini Naidu College of Women, Sarojini Naidu Medical College, Sarojini Devi Eye Hospital, Sarojini Naidu School of Arts and Communication, University of Hyderabad. The great writer Aldous Huxley wrote for her, "It has been our good fortune while in Bombay to meet Mrs. Sarojini Naidu, the newly elected president of the All India Congress, and a woman who combines in the most remarkable way great intellectual power with charm, sweetness with courageous energy, a wide culture with originality, and earnestness with humor. If all Indian politicians are like Mrs. Naidu, then the country is fortunate indeed." In 2018, she was included in 150 leading women in University of London. In her 135th birthday on 2014, she was marked by a Google Doodle on Google India's homepage. Her Golden Threshold poem was so famous that in University of Hyderabad there is a campus called Golden Threshold. Next great Indian English writer is Kamala Markandeya. She was born on 1 January 1924. She was graduated from Madras University. She was a journalist and Indian novelist. She has written many short stories to Indian newspapers, and after India got independence, she moved to Britain. She has written so many novels like Nectar in a Sieve 1954, Some Inner Fury 1955, A Silence of Desire 1960, Possession 1963, A Handful of Rice 1966, The Cofferdams 1969, The Nowhere Man 1972, Two Virgins 1973, The Golden Honeycomb 1977, Pleasure City 1982, which was published also as Shalimar. Her first novel, Nectar in a Sieve, was bestseller and cited by American Library Association Notable Book in 1955. She was died in 16 May 2004. Friends, that's it for this video. We will talk about next Indian woman writer in our next video. So, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe and stay connected to Mind Map Literature. Thank you.